People magazine just reported that an investigation on the well-being of actor John Amos has started. According to the source, Amos has been hospitalized since May by allegations of elder abuse and financial exploitation from his daughter. Shannon Amos has caused a review by the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. A press release from the organization read, "We take allegations of crimes very seriously. We can confirm that an allegation was made to the Colter County Sheriff's Office that Mr. Amos could be a victim of a crime." Today we have our company hype analyst, Pierre Capone, as well as Danielle Miller calling in to give their thoughts and reactions. But first, let's take a look at this clip.
My dad is in the hospital here in Memphis. He was traveling on business, from what I understand, and he called me and he called for help. And then we had a family member fly down to check on him because I was out of the country, and I got here as fast as I could. And in the last couple of weeks, as things have unfolded, we've learned that my father has been the victim of elder abuse and financial exploitation. And pretty much everything that was worth anything that was in his home is gone. It was really, really horrible. We're working with the Colorado Bureau of Investigations, the local county sheriff in Colorado where my dad lived. And it has been a really difficult time. I'm still very upset and angry to know that there are people in the world that would do something like this to a senior citizen, to an older person.
Now, of course, a lot of people would chime in on this and feel emotionally connected, to this actor. But let me come to you, Pierre. When you saw this news originally break, what was your reaction to it?
There's always three sides to a story, his, hers, and then the truth. I empathize with her, feeling, something's wrong with her father, somebody's mistreating her father. But then it came out her father said he was all right. So, you know what I'm saying? And then to say they need a GoFundMe page. From what I know some sources that know John Amos pretty well. They say he has plenty of money. He gets player checks, residual checks from a lot of stuff. So he's not broke. So to get a GoFundMe page, what is that about? Again, I don't know, but he has money. And to say that something's lost out of his house is broken, and maybe somebody broke into his house and took all his stuff. Like, what? It doesn't. If she's so attached to her father, she should have known what's happening. Unless somebody broke into the house and stole everything out of his house, but something's being removed out of a court, or somebody taking stuff out of his house. I think she should be more well aware of it. She's running to his safety right now, or his side, which I can respect that. But she should be a little closer to him to know some of these things. And if he says he's not being harmed in there, what's she going to say? What are they going to say? The people there making him say those statements. The James Evans I know, he put his foot down. He spoke up. So I feel something fishy's going around all the way around. But I think if he says he's safe, and he feels comfortable, then there it is.
Yeah. Capone, same thing for you. What was your reaction when you first saw this post? And I do think it is important to mention she has since removed this post. So this is an older post that she has deleted. Capone, what were your thoughts and reactions?
Just the fact of her claiming how close they are. Now, I've seen tons of videos with him and his son, making videos, him being very coherent of what he's doing, and having fun with his son. I have not seen anything with his daughter yet. As far as I don't know where the accusations come from, him being mistreated, but like Pierre said, is fishy. You every time you turn around, you out of town, but you paying him so much attention. Yeah, so I ain't falling for it.
Yeah, and you bring up a great point, Capone. So we would then see his son go and take to social media to denounce the GoFundMe and say it is not backed by John at all. He'll share a video of him actually going to, see his dad and loving and hugging on his dad. Danielle, let me bring you in. I know you're coming in for our second topic of the day, but I wanted to bring you in on this conversation as well. Seeing the daughter and the son feud online, right? Like for a lot of people, people do feel connected to John because, they've been a part of his projects and watched him and supported his career. So they kind of feel a part of the family. So to see his son and daughter feud online, what are your thoughts there? And how does it make you feel, as you're seeing this unfold, as we're also trying to figure out what exactly is happening with John Amos?
as I listen to the video, there's a bunch of whys that come up for me. Like, why did he call you? What was he saying when he called out for, you said he called out for help. Okay, so what was the help? What was, it's just too much questions for me. It's too much loopholes, what I see. And then with Pierre and with Capone saying that he was closest with his son, and then his son is now denouncing the GoFundMe account. It's a lot of questions. And I also can say this, when it comes to family, there are three things that can bring out the worst in a family. That is the birth of a baby, money, and death. And I think right now with this whole GoFundMe and taking it down, I don't know if it's if it's a money issue. It sort of seems like it. I don't know. It could be a sibling feud where she might feel slighted because he's spending more time with the son, or she's never. I don't know. But for me, it's just too much. It's too much wise, and I hope in time it is resolved while the man is still alive and can see some sort of civil sibling camaraderie before he closes his eyes.
Absolutely. Pierre, let me come to you. Same question. Seeing the son and the daughter feud online, how does that make you feel, and what are your thoughts? And are you even surprised seeing them take to social media, kind of button heads, if you will?
Well, let me tell Danielle, the fourth one is cheating, okay, in the family. That'll break a family up quick. Okay, oh, hi. Maybe the birth of the child is showing up on the side chick, so you're right about that too. I'm just messing. I know that cheating ain't right. Come on, Capone, you know what I'm talking about, brother. Don't put your head down now.
Nah, brother.
Black men don't cheat. Black men don't cheat. Remember, black men don't cheat.
Yeah, they cheat on tests and they cheat on their wives and girlfriend. Okay? All right, let me get back to what we're saying. Yeah, to see the family feuding is ridiculous, but that's normal. A lot of times, brothers and sisters feud. Again, money. He has money. From what my inside sources that he has money, and she might want a little extra, little something in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? That pocketbook. I don't know, but to bring these allegations on, and he's saying it's not a good look on her. I'm just being honest. It's not a good look for her to start a GoFundMe page and then make statements and pull them down offline. It's just not being consistent and flowing. Maybe it's a knee-jerk reaction. Something happened and she heard something and she went all overboard. But it's not a good look. And so between her and her brother, they got to work that out. The son is more like Capone said. I feel connected to the father, so he gonna get that money, okay? And when that will being read, okay, that will gonna be read, gonna be totally different. Okay, you about to get 90%, the daughter gonna get about 8%, okay? Letting you know how it goes.
Come on, let me bring you in because Pierre is acting up today. Let me bring you in for Pierre.
Yeah. I'm really glad you brought me in on this one because this is something that I'm experiencing personally. And I know that a lot of times we go through these type of things where I have a daughter who calls me almost every other day. Dad, I need $100. Dad, I need $50. Dad, I need $150. And I have no problem giving it to her. My daughter's at the age, she's a grown woman. She lives with a man. I don't feel that I should give her every time she asks. So the latest episode was I paid for her credit to be repaired. I paid $1,000. She hits me up and says, Dad, I have a new job. Can I borrow $50? I said, listen, you call me every other day for money. There's other resources. You have your mother. You have a man that you live with. I'm not doing it this time. My daughter stopped speaking to me. On the last conversation she says is, oh, I'll just put it in God's hands. So the fact of no matter how much you do for someone or how much you put yourself out there, once you put yourself in a position to stand ground to say enough is enough, then you become a problem. So now I'm a problem with my daughter. And it's so funny because me and my brother talked about this morning that I have not received a call from her over $50 for 3 weeks. And I'm still paying for her credit to be repaired. So at some point in life, when you have older children, you got to say, cut the ties and let them just figure it out. And that's what I'm dealing with right now as we speak.